So today me and Tommy are excited, huh Tommy? Today we start a new gig. We got a local gig now going on, which is today's our first day. So we don't know how it's gonna go, what the rates are. It sounds amazing. Ever since I bought a truck about a year and a half ago, my goal was to be a local owner operator, just to have more free time, and it's just easier. It's easier on the body, the mind. It's ideal. So we finally got us. My company I work for has a sister company, and that's what they wanted. They wanted local owner operators. They told me to come along and go with them. So just a second, put a mic on this. Makes it harder to hear for you guys. Yes. So today's the first day. I'm picking up empty here about a mile from my house, and then we're gonna go to San Diego. They asked me if I wanted to stay local, but San Diego's local for me. You know what I mean? Local enough. So I'm concerned about the rates, but I mean, after all the wear and tear on the truck by going OT every day, it'll probably balance out to the same rate per mile or take-home rate. I'm just assuming right now, but I'm a pretty good assumer, you know, when it comes to these numbers. I mean, OT, you have a blowout, they're gonna charge you arm and a leg because there's not too many people repairing out there. They know you're desperate, so they get your ass. Around here, it ain't gonna be that bad. Even like a toll bill or shit like that. This is my ideal position, so I hope it works out, because I'll stick around for a long time. But if not, then shit, I got my own authority, so that's another thing. I have backups, so I put backups in place. Spent that extra bread just in case shit doesn't work out, you know. At the end of the day, I can go OT. Ain't no love when you go OT. I pray to make it back in one piece. I pray. But yeah, shit. Tommy, you want to go OT? Do you know what going OT was? It was 120. You know what I mean? Fucking tires are popping. I'm sure it's just beating the truck up. So hopefully this works out better for me, my truck, Tommy, my schedule. But shit, you guys are gonna come in.
Says, let my people go, so they may worship me in the desert. And so you move out of the tyranny. That's what happens, let's say, in the throes of psychedelic experiences. Preconceptions are shattered. Now you're somewhere unstructured. Okay, well, you can't worship what's unstructured. You have to find the proper structure for freedom. Usually.
Oiga, shipping. Gracias. Soy le entro primero. ¿No?
Sí, porque espera, es que terminen aquí, no sé si tenga truques afuera.
Oh,
Ya que terminen ese, ya te habla ella. Pero ahí checa con la mano por ahí.
ok.
No, por ahí. No se paren todos.
Hi, good morning. I have a pickup. I've never been here.
What is it?
Is it that one? Yeah, that's it.
Okay, what time it is? Give me a second, let me just...
Okay. Buenos días.
Okay, give me your phone number. You have a phone number?
What?
Phone number?
Oh, 909 275. 275 0690.
Okay, I tell you whenever it's your turn, someone is on the loading door right now, but as soon as he's done, it'll be your turn.
Okay, so when I come in, do I got a scale?
Yeah, you gotta make sure all the tires are inside the yellow line, even the truck and everything.
Okay.
And then get off, and then from there I'll tell you when you get off.
And then I'm gonna back up into one of those two docks.
Yeah.
Okay, so just wait for your call. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Arrived at shipper. Arrived at shipper. All right, we're good. All right, so we arrived here in about 2 hours. Cool little run. It's a recycling place. They're probably gonna load me up with either like cans or like compressed cardboard. I think it'll be on the heavier side, but they have a scale here, so it's gonna be on the heavy side. And I mean, it shouldn't be overweight at least. They should load me up to par. Then I gotta take this to LA, so we'll see what kind of time we make. If they take too long here, I'm gonna hit traffic and I'm gonna be screwed. So, let's see. Duty. Let's go in yard move. Loading. Save. 7:53. I got 7 hours of driving, 9 hours of on duty time left. I give her my phone number, so she just has to call me. And when she calls me, then it'll be time to go get loaded. I wonder if I shut up my doors already. I'll wait. All right. About how long did it take? 1 hour? Okay.
Across the desert. Joseph Paget, you figure that out. Just flattened me when he laid it out, because I could see the Taoist view of the world and the ancient Jewish view of the world stacked on top of each other. And the implication of the story is very straight. It's like, you leave a tyranny and you're lost. What guides you when you're lost? The interaction between what calls you forward and upward and the constraints of your own conscience that warn you when you're deviating from the straight and narrow path. That's the definition of God. It emerges from Exodus.
And the balance of the mind to be able to figure out which is which and how to apply them. And the balance of the mind, this is why you have to have the least amount of problems in your life. Keep your body as healthy as possible. So you don't have all these other things that are influencing the way you interact with the world. So you gotta have a balance of everything. All of it has to be kind of balanced together in order for you to have
The judgment.
yes.
Otherwise you can't see.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. You have to be able to see it. And it's hard.
And you have to want to see it.
Yeah.
So why do you want to see it?
Me?
Yeah.
It's just my instinct. It's just I follow my instincts with everything. I always have.
Why?
I don't know. I think because I didn't have a lot of guidance when I was young, and because I was a latchkey kid, and parents divorced, split apart, a lot of moving. I think I developed my own appreciation of my instincts, of my thought, and I had seen enough people by the time I was a young boy ruin their lives and make and I'd seen these poor decisions right in front of me. I'd seen poor thinking and excuse making and laziness.
Right, so you could see the negative consequences.
Yes, I'd seen all these things, and because I didn't feel protected, I genuinely felt like I was on my own and I had to figure things out on my own. I developed a very early trust and recognition of the importance of that, and it's led me through my entire life. Everything that I ever did that was like a big risk was like a calling to me. Every single thing that I ever did, from getting into martial arts, I went from not doing it to doing it every day, all day, 7 days a week. It was a calling. Like I was called. It was like my mind interfaced with whatever that was, martial arts was, and said, "This is my ticket out of here. Like this is my ticket to be a different person."
Was that discipline? What was the ticket, do you think?
I don't even know if you call it discipline back then, because it was more of an obsession. So when you're obsessed with something, it doesn't require discipline, because you can't wait to do it again. Discipline,
Okay,
Mike
so
Tyson said best.
It was a real call.
Achieve an adaptation. You can't maintain fight-ready fitness. One thing that people don't understand about like fight-ready, UFC champion,
That guy needs a clamp instead of a forklift. I can feel the sea breeze. Bomb.com. Now, I leave that out that way. I remember to
There's no fucking way you want to do it.
put my landing gear back in because I'm not used to always doing
There's no way
this.
you want to do all this stuff. You must do it though. You must do the calisthenics. You must do the leg wrestling drills. You must do the
All right, it's 12:20. Let's see how long they take to load us. Huh, Tommy? Because we're trying to get to LA before all the traffic hits, but it's probably too late for that already, huh, Thomas? Yes, sir. Say hello. All right, we'll see how that goes. Let's see how much longer these guys are gonna fucking take. Oh shit. Aluminum cans. That's gonna be heavy. Huh?
A few more bells.
Okay. No hurry. Hey, no, hurry up.
It just rings true. I don't know if they're so
Don't look at me.
infected with
Right.
this ideology that
They've
flies
rejected
in the
it.
They
They rejected it wholeheartedly.
Yes.
The premise of the postmodernists is that there's no uniting meta-narrative. If you had to define postmodernism in one phrase, that
Don't look
would
at
be
me.
it. And so what have they done? Here's the association with Marxism. Okay, so the Marxists have a counter-narrative. It's the narrative of power. And it is a very powerful counter-narrative because it's a uniting principle at the pinnacle. It's power emerges immediately because people play power games, and you can attain a certain degree of success and a fair amount of domination by playing a power game. And so Marx observed that one of the cardinal power games is economic, and it is probably the cardinal power game, right? There's economic disparity. Those at the top do take advantage of their position at the top to stabilize their position. Like in a functional society, productive people are at the top. But even among those at the top, there's still power-seeking crooks. And so now Marx, of course, would say that, well, everyone who's economically successful is a power-seeking crook. And, you know, that's a great thing to believe if you're a resentful Satanist like Marx.
Well,
And
so the losers at the door.
well, that's for sure. But there is some justification in it because among the successful there are.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
And a large percentage because that's the culture in which they're existing.
Yeah. Well, a dangerous percentage.
Yes.
And a critique of power is always a valid critique. Okay. So what the postmodernists did when Marxism became ethically unacceptable, and that happened in the 1970s, is they metastasized it. They said, okay, we've got a victim-victimizer narrative that's played out in the economic sphere, and that's basically Marxism. We'll just multiply that until the same interpretive framework can be applied to all possible group distinctions. That's basically...
Oh, it's attack on journalism. Right. You're not doing journalism. You're doing hit pieces. And you're doing it under the guise of journalism. But it's not journalism. It's kind of evil.
Yeah.
It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, kind of.
I've seen quite a bit of it where I'm like, especially with people that I know, the actual story, and what really
Huh?
Gotta do an action by action.
Oh, it's way too heavy. It's way too heavy here.
How you figure that? We'll make the thing better.
Because like it tells in the front.
Let me see.
You want me to back up? Because I have
I don't think so.
it has a scale right here.
70, watch.
Alright.
Now you about at the...
No, that axle's heavy, bro, 100%. It's going to be over like 2,000-3,000 pounds.
You sure?
Because I have a little scale, if it's above 50, and it's at 60. So anything above 50, I'm already over a few hundred pounds.
Well, we need to see here. So that I'll show you.
Okay. I was just gonna tell you there, but I'm like, nah, I just might as well scale it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So the back axle, the middle, and then the whole truck.
So back up,
No, go forward.
go forward.
Back tire has to be on that line.
So wait, I'm gonna go all the way up.
And then I'm gonna tell you when to come back.
Okay.
So, they went out for 4 reasons. Probably. One of them was the entire transcript of the last conversation I had with you. Right, that was submitted as a complaint because I was talking about the climate laws.
No.
They went after me because of the comments I made about the trans butchers and liars, the surgeons and the therapists who are enabling them. That's a major part of it. That's a major part of it. They went after me because I went after Trudeau and his former chief of staff. And what else? Those are the major 3. There's probably 4 complaints aligned with each of those dimensions. And so that's cost me about $1 million in legal fees so far. So it's a very hard battle to fight. It's very annoying because the accusations continue to flow in, even though that's a choice of the college. And I've already been sentenced to the education of indefinite duration, right, till they're satisfied that I've learned whatever the hell this is I'm supposed to learn. So that the only reason that isn't happening is because we now, in front of the Supreme Court. And so, we'll see. We'll see.
Is it important to you to maintain the life, or is it important to you to win this?
It's important. There's 2 things that are important to me. Like, one is I'm not going to let a pack of these things again.
Yeah, you might be right because it's 60.
Oh no, 100%. Yeah.
68 in the middle.
All I do is heavy loads. I already know.
Like 60, 68.
I was gonna tell you before that, so I'm like, hey, over here it's always heavy, just because I know these loads.
Huh?
You know what I mean? They're heavy as fuck.
Yeah, it's alright. Pretty easy to fix.
But is it a timely fix?
Yeah, how you do it? I do slam the brakes and it moved away from the back to from the middle to the back. And it moved away. I just slam on the brakes. It depends on how heavy it is. Let me see.
It's heavy in the middle.
Oh, yeah, that's what it's called.
I know my truck, baby.
Yeah,
What do you want to do? Because look at, that's gonna be fucking another, damn it. There goes my whole day. Traffic time now.
Another thing you can't do, because if it was like 34,100 or something like that, that'll be different. But that's
No, I
it's
know.
over 2,000 pounds.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you got to go back to the dock. I gotta take out 2 belts from the middle.
Think?
Yeah.
Probably more. Because how much is each bale?
Some of them, they all weigh different weights. Some weigh 7, some weigh 8, some weigh 9. They all weigh different weights. Yeah, they don't all weigh the same.
There is a principle at stake. Well, there's a variety of principles at stake. And so if I stop or lose all of the licensing enterprises, they'll just have their sway. All the physicians in Canada are terrified to say what they think. Anybody who's governed by a professional college, they censor themselves like mad, and it's really all of the psychologists, because all of the psychologists who are properly trained, they know that all of this is a lie, and not just a lie, a malevolent, vicious, and destructive lie. Everything about it's a lie. You know, I was reading the other day that the people, the professionals that were interacting with him in regard to his transitioning son told him that if he didn't abide by their dictates, then his son was much more likely to commit suicide. That's a lie. No one who's educated as a psychologist believes that to be true. No one. At minimum, if you're educated, what you understand is that underneath gender dysphoria is something substantial, which is attributed to if you're depressed and anxious, you have a higher risk of suicide. You have to account for that before you attribute any of the remainder to gender dysphoria as such. And everyone who's a psychologist also understands that body-focused discomfort for women at puberty is normative. Because when women who have a higher probability of being depressed and anxious do become depressed and anxious, it preferentially takes the form of bodily discomfort. That's been known forever. So Chloe Cole, for example, no one explained that to her. No one sat her down and said, well, you're not right. She told me that the reason she decided to transition was because she kind of had a crush on Kardashian and that body type, you know, hyper curvy, hyper feminine. And Chloe realized when she entered puberty that she was probably going to have a boyish figure. And Chloe's a very attractive person. She would have had no trouble attracting the attention of men. But, you know, she was 11, 12. How does she know she wasn't going to be the woman she had envisioned? She didn't really understand that, you know, there's a variety of female forms that men find attractive. That's for sure. And she certainly would have fallen into that category. She didn't know that it was typical for girls to undergo a fair bit of confusion when they hit puberty, and that would take the form of negative emotion. No one told her that. They just rushed her down the puberty blocking and surgical pathway. That's inexcusable. Yeah, it is. It's the worst thing. It's the worst thing I've seen professionals do, not only in my lifetime. I've studied atrocity for 40 years. I've never seen anything worse than what's happening right now. And that includes the sorts of things that were done in the camps. At least the goddamn Nazis admitted what they did was wrong. They tried to hide it. We trumpet it as a moral virtue. We're free. It's like, no, I don't think so.
That people worry about their children being roped into this ideology and convinced that they're...
And then sterilized and mutilated.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
I know. Well, it's no wonder people. See, even Michael Schellenberg, who wrote the WPATH files, when we talked about the role the WPATH played in establishing their own ideology of butchery as the standard of care for the American Medical Association, the American Psychiatric Association, the American Psychological Association. Schellenberger said that after he had listened to Abigail Schreier and I talk about this trans mutilation, he was so appalled that he literally couldn't believe it. He just shelved it. Said, there's no way this can be true. And I can understand that, because the more you look into it, the worse it gets. It's unbelievably bad. These surgical procedures are so brutal and so experimental that they're I'm going to say it again, they're worse than what the Mengele types did in the concentration camps in the 30s and 40s. And that's a pretty goddamn low bar. And it's no wonder people don't want to believe it. And people say, the lefties I've talked to, the centrists, well, it doesn't happen very often. It's like, oh yeah, how often is too often? Like once is too often. And it's not once. That's for sure.
No, it's
a policy.
Yeah.
In fact, you're punished by your governing boards if you don't go along with it.
What about the recent law that they passed in California where the schools don't have to tell the parents?
Well, so far this is not a good load right here at the recycling center. I should have told him off the gate, like, hey, make sure you don't load me heavy on my drives because I have APU. But this guy was way over, like 2,000 pounds. So now he has to unload it and reload it. He was like, nah, man, you're good. I'm like, nah, bro, shit's over. It's over by a lot. It's like, how do you know? I'm like, cause I have a little gauge in my truck, and if it's over so much, I can already tell it's over. I go way over. It's not even close. I should even have left to the scale. I wanted to just tell him here, but he don't know me. So, you know, I don't want to. I wanted him to see for himself before I fucking told him anything. But I will not be accepting these loads in the future, to say the least. I'm in San Diego. From here, they're expecting me to take it to LA. From LA back to Fontana. You know, had everything went smooth, yeah, it'd be an okay load. But even then, dropping hook, fantastic. But for the pay to sit here for 2-3 hours, for him to figure out how to load it, and for it to be a heavy load, it's not worth it. So right now here he's unloading everything, and it's not worth it. So I'm gonna be telling them nicely, like, hey, try to keep me off these loads, or I mean, I don't have to accept them, but I don't want to be that guy either. I'm just gonna be like, hey, you know, in the future, I probably wouldn't want to take this load. It's just, it's not worth the time or the rate. Well, see ya. All right, we're back in LA. We dropped the load off at UPLA, and now we're at BNSF. Picking up a load here that's going back to Rancho, Cucamonga. Fortunately for me, it's like a block from my house. So, let's see how this bad boy is. Let's check everything. Air, lights. I'm gonna check on the fifth one, make sure it's locked. It's locked. Okay. I don't know why this lever's out. Should never be out like that. That looks like it's gonna slide as soon as I brake. But I'll try to fix it right now. Alright, that shit's locked. That shit's locked. Damn it, I forgot to bring my phone. That's alright. Tires look good. No cuts. No air leaks. Let me go grab my phone. Looks good besides the tandem handle. Okay, let me try to rock it back and forth, see if it clicks. Sliding. Let's see, I know what to do. Watch this. We're gonna go forward. We're gonna try to reverse and then hit the brakes fast. Oh, I guess we gotta use the old sledgehammer. That's fine. Just see that line. Yeah, that shit's stuck. I don't don't want it to slide back on me, so you gotta use some elbow grease. Problem solver right here. Gas not working. At the end of the day, I just gotta make that slide back. Look at that shit. And she goes, bah! Alright. I guess we gotta catch some speed. Let's go backwards though. There we go. Is that gonna work? We're gonna fucking try it. Thomas. A ver, güey. ¿Y tienes a work, Tommy? Sick motherfuckers. Hopefully that works. Tendos don't wanna slide, baby. Hell yeah. Get it, baby. Woo-hoo-hoo. So the brakes didn't want to lock. For some reason, the brakes were working, but they weren't locking. So the tendons didn't want to slide it back. So I put WD-40 here and there. I don't know if that's what helped, but I got my chalk out to lock the tires, wedged it, boom. Right here, baby boy. This did it. Little tricks I've learned here and there, you know, with experience. I'm lying, somebody told me. So now these motherfuckers need a bill. Let's print that bitch out and we out of here. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Look at how much time I got left. 56 minutes. So we gotta go. Okay, we gotta get this bad boy here. Boom. Get that light going. Turn this on. Why am I always finding the clock, baby boy? Fuck, homie. Mail. Come on, start fucking playing games with me. I got fucking cotton mouth. I've been working so long. Oh, look at that Flying Dutchman from the other day in there. Ni madres, no printer? Firme. Next one. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Right here. Back. Yes. Boom. Just once. No. That one. Next. Paper size letter. Yes. Boom. Yup, that's the one, Pumpy. Let's go print, homie. Vámonos. That's how you do it. Okay. Fuck it, let's leave these here. I'm gonna have to use my 16-hour exemption. Damn it. Gotta put this right here, homie. Okay. Here's that. Let's go check in. That's how you TCB, Tommy. What the fuck I got you for, my boy? ¿Pa' qué andes ahí nomás mirándome de jalar, güey? And he knows as soon as I hit the brakes, that food like braces himself for impact. Well, yeah, this first day, somewhat challenging. Little obstacles here and there, but we got her done. You know what? I'm just gonna use the exemption because, yeah, wait, que me quedan. I mean, if I find it empty here, I'm just dropping it around the corner, but I don't know. I don't know where they're gonna be. They gotta be. Tommy, did you spill the coffee? You can't see your face. Oh, me pulled up with empty. Just looking at a sucker. Muévete, cabrón, muévete, cabrón. Those big boys, bro, they move slow as fuck. Míralo. Mira, güey, te pagan por hora, güey, porque se anda moviendo, güey, como que, mira, apenas puede. Míralo. Fuck. He's telling me, hey, I get paid by the hour. I don't give a fuck if you're in a hurry. Pero así es, ¿qué vamos a hacer? You guys can watch this. You guys should watch how slow this guy moves. And I'm gonna go ahead and activate my 16 perrits. Porque no pienso que la voy a hacer, güey. Should I try it? Where's my exemptions at? Let's see. Documents, trip log. Should be here. Settings.